you ever make a mistake and like you know that you've made a mistake? It's not really a question of shifting blame to somebody else because like you know that the mistake was yours. But you're desperately trying to like assign a percentage of the blame on someone else, and you really can't. Someone or something else, and you really can't. You can't justify it in your head. Well, that's the situation that I'm at. Welcome back, everybody, to what is, I think, Deckcraft 6, which actually would have been Deckcraft 8. Let's see. Last Deckcraft episode, because it's been a while, let's have a recap. We built the dragon / iron farm, which is making plenty of iron. We built this kelp farm that I then had to rebuild because the kelp was growing. It was causing problems. And then I said I was going to fight the dragon. Well, guess what? As you can probably tell, I fought the dragon. That's right, I have wings. And I don't just have, like, some wings. Like, I've got a decent amount of wings. I've been working on laying out this town up here. So yeah. What happened is I recorded a bunch of video clips. Like, I recorded myself fighting the dragon. I went to the nether. I found a bunch of nether, like, goodies. Went to the nether. Got all of the like, I killed some blazes, got some ender pearls. I found the stronghold, I found the portal. I slain the dragon. And so that was Deckcraft 6. And then with Deckcraft 7, I started Deckcraft 7 by doing some end raiding. I found like 5 end cities. 3 of them had ships. I got 2 dragon heads, but I lost 1 to the void. But I did get 3 elytra, because I'm wearing 1 now. And like some armor and tools, and nothing crazy there. I did get shulkers. I got a lot of shulkers. I have 18 shulker boxes, so yeah. I dyed them all, except for these 2, because there's only 16 dye. Yeah. And so Deckcraft 7, I was in the middle of that. I had finished end raiding. I had started filling this in. I got villagers. I moved villagers. Do you remember? I think I filmed it. There's a village over this way. You can hear them. There's a village over, like, dead that way. I moved the villagers from there. Brought them all the way over here. I got them up here, and then I have trapped them. Yeah, I've trapped like 4 villagers. I started with 2, but now I have 4. And these have different trades. Yes, so I have Silk Touch with this guy and Sharpness, which is neither here nor there. Mending, Unbreaking 3, and something else. So I've got plenty of those. I said I had to rebuild the kelp farm. I've been filling all of this, like, river in with dirt gradually. I've got a start on it. You can see all that I've filled in so far, but there's still a lot to go. And it's going to be filled in from about there to, like, right here. Like in here. And then this will all be farmland, as I said in the last episode. You saw this already, but I've lain this out. In like the town walls a little bit. I started cutting this down. I cut down some more trees. Oh, I found, if we fly over here. Sorry, I'm summarizing the 2 episodes, because what happened is, midway through filming Deckcraft 7, yeah, you can see a, mansion, a woodland mansion right here. We've also got a bunch of dark oak, so that'll be very helpful. But, yeah. Halfway through filming Deckcraft 7, I decided to clean up my SSD, my computer storage. So I deleted a bunch of stuff, and that included the Deckcraft episodes that I was filming. And that was like that was 2 months ago almost. I also had like a week-long bit of school for relating to my work. So I had some work training. So that caused some delays, but mostly it's just been... Mostly, this has been 5 minutes of me just explaining. Mostly, the point I want to get across is that I had filmed 1.5 episodes, like a month and a half ago, and then I deleted the footage. Let's just go into the Nether, and I'll show you the Nether hub. Yeah, did that, and it did not end well, because I deleted all of that footage by accident, and I'm very upset about it still. So this is the Nether hub. We're up kind of above, almost at rooftop, and I've just got, like, this was a day's worth of work. Right there. And you can see, that's the hole out, and you can drop on a bed. Actually, you can drop on 2 beds. And then, yeah, I did a bunch of mining here. Like, you can see my cobblestone path to where I was mining. And then I built a boat elevator, because I like these boat elevators. I think they're neat. Get shift to get off it. Yeah. This way over here is the... I don't want to fly this. I probably could, but I don't want to. This is the way to the stronghold. I gave up here, and now it's just 1 wide, but, you know. Yes, so we can run this way. Just quickly. It's not too far of a run to the stronghold. And yeah, we fought the dragon. I'm so irritated. Literally what happened after I realized what I had done, and I didn't realize for a while. Like, last episode, I finished my, my video, and then I ran off. I did my week of school training. This is in early August. That's loud. I did my week of school training, and then I fought the dragon. I did all that stuff, cleaned the hard drives like a month and a half ago, and then I thought I really should edit those videos. Then I realized what I've done, what I did, and I really haven't played the game. There's a staircase that goes up into the above ground. But yeah, if we hop through this, you will see that the dragon has been fought. There's a pathway to the portal that takes you out. Yeah. And you can climb up that, and you're good to go. You can see all these are destroyed. I mean, it's not like the dragon fight was that crazy a thing, but it was somewhat interesting. I think we'll just go now. Yeah. Okay. And there you have it. Easy as can be. I tell you, I've been so irritated that I did that I have not played this world in like a month and a half. But I'm back now! Hooray. So what are we gonna do today, you might ask, now that we've done this rapid-fire summary of the missing episodes? Well, I want to do a couple of things today. The main thing is that I want to start making progress on the town up here, so that hopefully I can let the villagers out. Taking a sip of my iced tea. Yeah, because I would like to be able to let the villagers out and about. Hopefully in the foreseeable future, so they're not just stuck down there. Forever. So, I've done some more, like I've flattened, there was a big spike there. I've been laying out, like, the town walls a little more. This is going to be a big project. Fortunately, it's going to look very medieval, so it's not like there's crazy amounts of exotic materials that we need, not like the temple. But we'll get into that. Let's see. Yeah. What I would like to do today is just plan out... This is going to be a somewhat short episode. But I'd like to plan out where street levels are, because there's going to be, like, terraces to this town. So there's going to be down here, like, a waterfront, like, commercial district almost, with, like, shops and things like that. Up here will be, like, housing, then there's going to be a level of slightly better housing and entertainment, and then this upper level will have, like, the town bank. It will have, like, I might build, like, a theater kind of stuff up here. That kind of thing. And then on that hill, there's going to be, like, a fortress. Castle. So I'll build that there. But yeah, I want to work out, like, what the ground level is. And then the other thing that I would like to do is get some more work done on this fill-in project. Hopefully next episode I can start filling in, like I can make some roads that kind of link everything together. And hopefully next episode I can start planting, like, wheat. I don't think this whole thing will be filled in. I'll need to get a bunch more dirt. I'm almost out of dirt. But I do think that we can get a start on that. But yeah, for today I'm gonna settle on just laying some stuff out for the most part. So I'll get a start on that, and then I'll bring you guys back in, I guess. All right, so some progress is being made, sort of. I'm really just kind of working out because, as I said before, this town is going to be kind of terraced with a couple of levels. So this lower level, eventually all of this is going to be stone. And the stone is kind of a baseline. I'll go in later and add, like, mossy cobblestone and cobbled deep slate and stuff like that to kind of further beautify it. Make it look less uniform kind of stuff, and I'll add, like, I'll probably go in and add slabs and stairs. Kind of break it up a little bit. But for now, it's just a blank canvas. Hopefully you can see there's going to be a tower right here. So this terrace is going to link up to the tower, and there's going to be a staircase somewhere. Probably 2 staircases going up, because this is going to be the level of the second terrace for buildings. So there's going to be another one in here. Then beyond that, there will be one up there as well. So I'm just kind of adding that out. I'll need to get rid of this entirely. But yeah, hopefully it's starting to look like something. Let's see. The other thing that I did, because I've been, as you can kind of tell, I've been excavating as I go. Just kind of... I've been using trusty Jeff here. Just kind of knocking back at the dirt, and then the dirt that I get, I've been, once I have an inventory full of dirt, I've been just going... right over here, and I've been adding to the fill. So I've just finished. Remember, this little bit here for a couple of blocks was still open. Now the two lines are connected, and I can hopefully just keep working my way over this way, bit by bit. And then, of course, eventually I'll fill this in, I'll patch that up, patch this up. I think I want to tear this hill back as well. Make it a little more gentle, kind of to where it curves the other way. So I'll get a bunch of dirt from doing that. I need to patch this ravine up. I want to do something with this hill here and kind of knock this back and make this more like a cliff face with some more farms above. I'll probably patch this ravine up. But for the moment, this is my life, is just digging out dirt and replacing it with cobblestone. So it's an exciting life. That was definitely not sarcasm. Where's the sun? Yeah. Probably going and sleep here in a minute after I get more material. I think that I've just worked out an aesthetic for this place. Because I've been trying to think, in my head, what, how do I make this town look kind of cool and unique? And then I realized, moss and the cherry trees. So I think I'm just going to fill this place up with, like, moss roofs. Like cobblestone streets, and like cherry trees. I don't know if I'm going to build out of cherry wood, but definitely cherry trees. And of course, that means that eventually I'll have to find a cherry grove somewhere. Eventually. That's a problem for another day. We're not building much this fine day anyway. Today is mostly reserved to complaining yet again that I deleted a bunch of videos, and also placing concrete. It doesn't look like it. Not placing concrete. Placing, what am I placing? Cobblestone. Placing a bunch of cobblestone, which, I mean, we're making progress. I'm to a point where I need to clear these out. I know more about what needs done now than I did before necessarily, so I hate these trees. Okay, now I get to use the axe that I made for this and other equations, situations, whatever it might be. Okay, that's done. Yeah, so we are to a point where a lot of stuff has been cleared out, like placed and set up. I will show you after I collect that apple. So yeah, probably looks about the same as it did in the last clip, but rest assured it's like hours later. I've run out of cobblestone multiple times. I'm working to address that. It's a problem I didn't expect to have today. On the bright side, I have cleared up so much dirt that this over there continues to be filled. So, pluses and minuses, I guess. But, yeah. First layer, second layer is worked on. There should be a third, and then everything else from there. So, it's coming together. But expect a couple of more clips like this, where I do something random, say a few words, show what looks to be little progress but is actually hours of work, and then go to sleep. Eventually. Well, that was a fun 12 hours. I mean, relatively speaking. So, yeah. She's done. I also built this platform because I was bored. Ooh, I filled in more of this. So more of that's filled in. But yeah, I built a platform just to kind of see like where we're at with all of this. So as you can see now, I finished filling in that layer down there. There's going to be another like L-shaped one here, and then another, and another, and another. I did lay out the castle and a keep and all that stuff, so that's done. And I laid out where some other stuff is going to go. I've also gone mining since last video clip. Yeah, this be loading in slowly. So, I went mining and got a bunch of stone. Oh, I've also got... Why do I just have that? Oh, I dug more of this. Basically, the way the last day has gone is that I've worked on that over there, up above, over that way, for like a couple hours. Got more diamonds. So basically, I have been like working over here for a little bit and then getting bored of that, and then, oh, I guess I'll fill in dirt over here, and I've filled in dirt over there, and then I've worked over here some more, done a bit more planning, and then I've got bored with that, and I've said, well, I'm gonna go mining in here, and I've gone mining, and then I've said, well, I'm going to harvest some kelp, so I've harvested some kelp over there, and then I've decided, well, I'm gonna build this, and then I've built that. But yeah, eventually, I finished, and now this is done. So this whole area is now more or less, I'm gonna say, laid out. I did not realize how big of a area this was going to be. In my head, this is like a small village. And then I got up there and I looked down and I thought, this is huge. You know, this is just an enormous amount of area. So, let's go back up here and I'll kind of explain how everything's going to go. You know? Alright, and then it's a little bit tricky. Oh, I also lit up caves. I made an entire, like, inventory's worth of torches. And I filled up, I lit a bunch of caves and I went and collected, like, diamonds and stuff. So I've got a bunch of those. Anyway, so the way that this is going to go is that there's going to be this lower level in here will be a, like the port district. So there's going to be a bunch of like warehouses and some taverns and like workshops in there. So that's going to be down there. The next level above is going to be some like houses, well, maybe some like restaurants, things like that. This little spot here is going to have like a town hall. I want to build like a really cool medieval town hall in there with a clock tower, and that clock tower I have plans for. This is going to be sort of fancy housing in here. Well, I mean, this is going to be like lower class housing, and then fancier housing and more like lower class housing in there. I think there'll be some tunnels to connect different parts to different bits as well. I'm gonna build like a dock, like a port dock in there, so that ships can come from here and kind of like take cargo on off and on. Then yeah, there's gonna be a castle in there. This, I have ultimate plans for the mine where I've been living. I'm going to turn this into, eventually, a, because my idea is that this town is kind of here because there's this old, ancient, like, temple complex, and also this mine is a copper mine, and, like, a really, really good, copper mine. So, basically, you mine copper down here, and then you bring it up, so there's going to be like a crane system and a smeltery up above here. So there's going to be a bunch of stuff in there as well. So there's some of the villagers. And yeah, so this will be another level. This will be, what, the 3rd level? And this tower right here is going to be... Because, like, this is a walled city. But also there's going to be, like, a crane on this structure that kind of juts down and will haul up copper. And then there's going to be a whole, like, smelter area that turns the copper into copper ingots over behind it. So that'll be a whole structure. And then, like, down here, I think is going to be the quote-unquote industrial district. So there's going to be, like, farms and stuff hidden behind buildings. So, like, a warehouse could hide a moss farm kind of deal. Could conceal that, in theory. I need to build a gate still. But yeah, this is done now. This was a lot of work. It doesn't really look like it, but, like, this was a whole lot of work. So I also got a bunch more gunpowder because I needed gunpowder desperately. But yeah, that was done. That took a while. I thought this was going to be a big project. This is going to be bigger. And I think I'll just kind of work on each bit by bit. I need to still gather materials for this. But I think next episode, I will probably play around with the wall a little bit. Like what the wall is going to look like. I'll mess around with that. What form and shape that'll take. I might fill in the floor in here, the floors. Work out like how sorry, just stood away from the microphone. I'll work out how you get up and down in these areas, these different levels of the terraced sort of city. But yeah, that will probably be a little bit of next episode. In the meantime, I think I'm mostly gonna like fill in bits and pieces as I go. Yeah, and I'm working out where things are going to go and how things are going to connect at the moment, more than anything. I do have plans for this down here. I'm going to build another structure and more stuff around there, but that's not for a little while yet. Next episode, hopefully, I want to make a moss farm in here. I would like to make a sugarcane farm, because right now I've been harvesting sugarcane from in there. I would like to make an actual farm for sugarcane. And I'll probably be working a little bit on, like, the wall here. I want to work a little bit on this section, this temple. Get just started on that. And then also probably right here, I'm going to get started on a creeper farm. So I want to build a creeper farm so that I have easy access to... well, I mean, you know, gunpowder. That's something that I really want. So, thank you for watching this episode. Sorry that the wind is rushing through. Oh, that would have been really funny if I died. Thank you for waiting. I mean, the two people that watch these videos, thank you for waiting for the next video. Sorry that it was so long of a wait. It is what it is. Hopefully the next couple of videos should come out a little bit quicker. And there should be like more rapid progress being made, hopefully. So, you know, like I said, there's things I want to do. Next episode for sure, want to build a thing. But yeah, I hope that you're looking forward to that as much as I'm kind of looking forward to it. And with that said, thanks for sticking around. And, you know, bye-bye.